tell you now, I've said at times they're getting tough. All the people taking out to the streets, they don't park up in the pan, and no shoes upon their feet. Oh, getting by ain't easy in these troubled economic times. If you steal for a nickel, you die for the Roosevelt dime. Break it down now. They give you 2 for 1, they sell you 3 for 2, but if you ain't got a buck, they don't give a damn about you. I spent my last Roosevelt dime trying to make this call.
You are now entering another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of critical thinking. A journey to a wondrous land with boundaries that of clarification. Your next stop, the Sanity Zone.
I'm a bad man!
Overweight doubles in the house, the house. The overweight doubles in the house, the house. The overweight doubles in the house, doubles in the house.
I'm a bad man!
So you're a philosopher?
Yes. 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 I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore.
All right. You're listening to Breaking News, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio. What's up, people? Hope you had a good weekend. Happy Monday. So what's up? What's new? I know everybody's waiting on the Mueller the Mueller report to be released. They announced today that it's going to be released Thursday, right? So really, that's the Mueller summary, right? Not the full report. I mean, we had a little summary, a 4-page summary by the Attorney General, William Barr, right? But and people flipped out, right? Because there's just no way he was going to summarize the whole report in a few days. So what he came out with was the final conclusions. And the final conclusions were no collusion, no obstruction. And I'll explain this again because I know there's a lot of people out there who are challenged, right? They don't understand the difference between guilty and not guilty, or not finding any obstruction, which in America, you get the presumption of innocence, right? Innocent until proven guilty, right? See, so that's how it works in America. I know Mueller put in that line, and it was to titillate the Democrats. I think he enjoys the mental illness, the TDS that he sees in Democrats. I think he really does enjoy it, right? Because supposedly, according to Democrats, he's a Republican, right? So if he did that, it was so that to keep the fish on the hook all the way up to the elections, right? So he says, that they didn't find obstruction, but it doesn't exonerate Trump, right? Which kind of is like an oxymoron, right? Because if they would have found obstruction, then he would be guilty, and he would, of course, it wouldn't exonerate him. But since they didn't find anything, absence of any evidence of obstruction, you're not guilty. You're exonerated. But I know, you people out there, you can't accept it. Your dreams have been crushed again. I mean, I know it's 2016 all over again. And you had 2016, right? You had November 2016 election day, where you really you lost your minds. Let's face it. Let's be honest with ourselves, right? 2016, and actually November 2016 was when Paul, in his wisdom, offered me the job of being the station manager. I didn't take over until 2017, but Paul, in his wisdom, offered me the station manager's job, right? And he tells me, I think we need the other side on the radio. You should actually do a radio show too, right? So, and you got to give it to him. He's absolutely true. I mean, he was absolutely right about what he said. What he said was true. Right? When all you get is people confirming what you think all the time. You walk around through life and you have this confirmation bias with your friends, right? And you love your friends and it's like you guys all think alike, and it's like so weird how we have a group of friends, and it's because you're confirming each other's biases, right? And some of you don't even know what the hell you're doing, right? You're sheep. I'm gonna say 80% of the people who are in part of these cliques, maybe 90%, are really sheep, right? And there's 1 or 2 people who drive the thoughts and conversation about everything, right? And you don't know what's happening inside. You just know you're offended by everything that comes out of Trump's mouth. You're offended by it, and then you come in here and you talk to me and you're like, but how can you support Trump? You're a Hispanic. And I go, wait, so what offends you about Trump? He said all Mexicans are rapists. And I go, no, he didn't. You want to see the video clip? Some are, and it's true. Yeah, but he's just playing on fear. Well, so then when Obama said, if they come with a knife, bring a gun to the fight, was he playing on somebody's fear? When he said the police acted stupidly, was he inciting the riots that we saw that came after that? Was he inciting the population to start killing cops? The cop deaths have increased ever since Obama said that. I just ask you, if words are so powerful like that, if you're mentally incapable of deciding for yourself, if everything I say offends you, then there's something else wrong with you. I shouldn't have all that power over you. President Trump, when he says that there are criminals coming through the border, there are actually criminals that are coming through the border. Sure, there's people coming for a better life, right? But those people who are coming for a better life, those aren't the ones that worry me, right? But the criminals, the MS-13s, the cartels, the drugs. So when trying to figure out how to defend our borders, how to protect our borders, how to defend our population of getting all those drugs that come in, the heroin, the fentanyl, all the illegal marijuana that comes laced with stuff. When we're trying to figure out how to defend against that, should we use other verbiage that'll make you feel better? Let us know. What words is it that'll least, would least offend you but get our message across? What would we say? Would we say, there are a bunch of very good, hardworking immigrants who don't know English, right? Don't have a skill. They're not gonna come and harm us, but there's a percentage, maybe 10 to 13%, that'll come and harm us. But don't worry about it, because the 87% that come are nice people. Is that better? Is that gonna get our message across? Or do we say, some of them that come in rape our citizens, some of them that come in murder our citizens, some of them that come in drive illegally and drive drunk and run over our citizens? What is it that'll least affect your psyche? Because I come in every day, and honestly, sometimes I'm asked, what are you smiling about? What are you happy about? It's miserable out there with Trump. I get that. I get people tell me that, and it's like, no, what's miserable? How did you wake up differently today? How is Trump oppressing you? Is it the low unemployment rate that has you, berserk? What is it? Is it the low unemployment, and the unemployment rate for minorities is going down at a quicker pace than whites right now? So is it that? Tell me, what is it that's actually offending you about Trump? Oh, whoa. He has a new, I heard this morning. You know that he is planning on, I knew it already because I actually read the news, and I look at clips. I don't wait for people to tell me anything. I actually go and read transcripts, and look, check it out. I actually have the capability of thinking for myself and not waiting for somebody else to decide what I should think, which is what Democrats do. Anyway, so this person goes, can you believe the nerve of this guy? He's saying he's going to dump illegal immigrants in sanctuary cities. Can you believe that? The goal of this guy. How dare he use immigrants as a political issue? I go, wait a minute. Isn't that what the Democrats do daily? And aren't the Democrats always saying how immigrants are so much better than all of us Americans? They commit less crimes. They work harder. They do the jobs that we won't do. Isn't that what Democrats are always telling us? That illegal immigrants make for a happier, utopian society. Isn't that what we're told? And I like Mayor Tony Harp's answer today. Oh, we love it. We want them to come here and everything. But then she finishes it with, she doesn't think it's going to happen. So, is that an honest answer when she says she wants them to come in, when she doesn't think Trump is going to do this anyway? So, and then to say that our president isn't working hard at actually solving the illegal immigration problems when Democrats are sitting on their hands? Anyway, I like Tony, by the way. But tell me what it is. So he tells me that today, or I shouldn't say he, the person who came and tells me that today. How dare he think he could do that? Nancy Pelosi is offended. She said that's below a president's. Actually, a president should never actually feel like this. And my thing is, and the Oakland, California mayor also was freaked out by it, and others. There's other people around the country who are offended by President Donald J. Trump. That goes out for all the people who go, why do you say Hussein when you say Barack Obama? I go, well, that's his name. Well, Donald J. I think it's Donald John Trump, right? Oh, but Hussein, it has so many negative connotations. Look, hold on to your drawers, okay? Hold on to them. Because if that offends you, you're in for quite a ride when it comes to me. Hussein. Barack Hussein Obama. Hussein is what you're worried about? Barack is not too crazy a name for you? And why are you blaming me for saying his name? Blame his mother. And why are you attacking Barack Obama's mother? How dare you? Anyway. So I'm told, can you believe what he's gonna drop all these illegal immigrants? You guys should be happy. My president, Donald J. Trump, is actually extending an olive branch. He's extending an olive branch. He's saying, take these illegal immigrants. They're unsafe in the other cities where there's no sanctuary. Take them in where they have sanctuary amongst you guys who love them, who overtax your taxpayers, your hardworking taxpayers. Take them in, because I'm sure that this isn't a drain on your economic system. It isn't a drain on you guys because you love it. And I'm sure the people of New Haven, San Francisco would be more than happy to get taxed more to take care of these illegals. That's all he's saying. It's an olive branch. Here, take care of them with a sanctuary. I don't want to put them in the middle of some place where they're going to be picked up. You know how to hide them. Here, hide them. Take care of them. My president is being a good president. You guys don't know what it is. You guys are so scarred or traumatized still from the election that you don't trust anything, an olive branch being extended to you. Take what you want. You want illegal immigrants in your cities, in your states? Here it goes. That's an olive branch. Don't let nobody else tell you different. When people out there saying, how dare he? No, how dare you not want to take in these immigrants? You know how hard their travels were, their journey? Hundreds of miles to get to our border? How dare you not want to take these immigrants, sanctuary cities? I don't understand it. Our president extends DACA. You guys don't want it because, then Trump would solve DACA. It's crazy. It's like Democrats don't care. I thought you cared, or are you just pulling the wool over people's eyes? What are you doing? Do you want sanctuary cities or don't you want sanctuary cities? As a matter of fact, here's an idea for the president. They're saying the federal government doesn't have the budget to send all these people to all the sanctuary cities. I suggest that the sanctuary cities actually pay for the transportation. Sanctuary cities should put together some type of busing transportation system and go pick up the illegal immigrants at the border. Let's make it easier for them. As a matter of fact, you could drive the bus all the way to the border, pick up the illegal immigrants who want to come to New Haven, right? And you could have their application for a license, application for health care, application for food stamps and welfare. Have everything ready. You have build a nice little packet. This way, by the time they land here, they're part of the system already. Come on, people. I don't know. It's like nobody understands when an olive branch is being extended. All right. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back with the headlines. You're listening to Breaking News, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Yo, it's the G-O-D, B-O-D. Yeah, rock your body. Illegal business controls America. Business controls America.
I never ran from the Ku Klux Klan, and I shouldn't have to run from a black man.
Industry rule number 4080. Record companies are shady. Yeah, I know y'all been waiting. Y'all been patient. Let's go. I be the MC version of UEB, the all-seeing through my 2020 brown Bruce Lee's, Malcolm X / Muhammad Ali, karate chop the rider's block with the Hasi Selassie karate. Your photo shoots with the same old stare. You're sitting there in the wicker chair, holding the heat. You're in the spare with my coalition comrades in the rear. Pat downs, peasy, we here with their fists cause of what I say. These just wanna blast me away, but I'll be back with no delay like Jesus Christ on Easter Sunday. In their rings, they wanna murder God body. Sacrifice the life of the Christ on Good Friday. Resurrect and return the wreck. Snap a nigga neck for some live effects. Approach the podium, give a mic check, adjust the specs, bless the chest with a bulletproof vest before I catch wreck. Spitting and spazzing yo in the side of assassins and rapping before biggest bullets be blasting yo at my black ass and here to free the hood from the mental enslavement. This ain't gangster rap, this is a form of entertainment. Controversial kissy notions coming through the speaker like the brick through the living room window of a civil rights leader. Prolific, gifted, leaving spirits lifted like Dr. King's last words before we got his cap twisted. I'm told I'm a nigga with an attitude, cause I choose to spell America like Ice Cube, yo, white America. I got some real bad news, me and my crew's about to open up some all black schools. I ain't Jacob, but wake up baby, I drop jewels on young types to keep their business tight like Ice Core Jewels. Apologize, I highly refuse when it's cool. Yo, when I choose to use the word in referring to my black brothers and sisters, when you really want me to mistreat my Miss Silly like Mr. like Rama. I just want y'all to follow the leader when Whitey want me to beat her like Silly told Hoppo to do to Sophia. Leave the color purple bruises on the complexion, need to give her everlasting love and affection with every inch of my enormous erection in a midsection. In producing positive pregnancy tests, I bring the drama like some of Osama. Suicide bombers pose like a comma as I preach and teach truth like Dalai Lama. Overcome like Obama, offer from a prima donna. Looking for a shorty from the hood with the heart of Osada. Influential like a nephew in his martyr. Big Papa hook up the mic, the head a scholar. Drop a paragraph of power on the mission. So just shut up and listen to what I'm spitting. The price of admission to a show that of a college tuition. Listen to the lyrical lecture from PA to professor. Putting listeners to the test in the second semester scholarship for my future scholars. Heads in the hood bringing home honors, but can't come up with the dollars and the earning for the higher learning. It's like an eternal flame, yo, in my heart that stays burning. Martin Luther King had a dream, better yet a vision to give the youth the opportunity to make a decision in their life mission. Giving your mommies and
all right. You're listening now. Breaking news, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave. What's up, everybody? For anybody out there who wants to see actually what's going on, I'm about to go through the headlines. And on my show, when I put headlines, I actually put it on the wall or on the Facebook page so that you could go through the headlines with me, right? So if you want to see the headlines, this way you're not hearing it second and third hand. You could actually see the articles. You could look them up on your own computer and have fun, right? Have fun learning. How you get so smart reading, right? Oh, and check out my hat, right? A couple of people got offended by my Mueller time buttons, but I don't get it. It's Mueller time. Robert Mueller. Right? Guy's a great American hero, according to the Democrats. Now all of a sudden they're like, what happened, Robert? All right. Now let me scar you a little more, right? Because I know the people who get up every morning and they're like, oh God, this is so hard on the Trump. Let's start with this headline. This is from The Hill. Weekly jobless claims fall to the lowest level since 1969. 1969, it was a good year. Very good year. The New York Mets won the World Series and Harry was born, right? So, very good year. All right, so let's go through this headline. The number of Americans who applied for unemployment benefits fell below 200,000 last week for the first time in nearly 50 years, according to federal data released Thursday. The Labor Department reported Thursday that 196 people applied for unemployment insurance in the week ending April 6, the lowest level for initial jobless claims since October 1969. Woo, October. So let's see. I was 4 months. Ooh, when I was pretty interesting, you know. That's a good number there, people. Let's pretend these are Barack Obama's numbers to celebrate, right? Oh, wait, it's Trump. Oh, God. I can't believe unemployment is so low. If it was Obama, we'd be celebrating. We'd be having a parade in every city. Right? All right, let's move on to the next headline. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry for the low unemployment rate. How about that? I'm going to apologize to you for all the jobs being created. Let me apologize again for there being more jobs available than people applying for jobs. Sorry about that, people. That's a sad thing, right? Can't believe Trump is doing that to us. And then the unemployment rate dropping at a faster pace for Hispanics and blacks. I can't believe he's doing that to us. Prison reform. How dare he do prison reform? What is he doing? Urban renewal songs. What is he doing? Is he actually trying to get urban areas into business? People actually building and starting their own businesses? What is he doing? Getting rid of business regulations that actually forced some jobs, some companies to close. Now he's created the environment where you could go and build your own company. How dare he? That Trump, I tell you, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to actually have a great, wonderful economy? What is he doing? And then, how dare he allow the economy to actually wait for wages in the economy to actually grow? How dare he do that? For the first time in 16 years. Wages are going up. How dare Trump do that? Allow people to take more money home. Unbelievable, this guy. Unbelievable. Okay. Here goes an interesting headline, and you do with it what you will. I'm just going to read it. 234 House Democrats, 2 Republicans co-sponsor bill forcing schools to let male athletes compete on girl sports teams. Woo! There go the scholarships, young ladies. There go your scholarships. Now you're going to be competing with male all over the place. Okay, Democrats' Equality Act would amend the Civil Rights Act of 1964 to make sexual orientation and gender identity protected characteristics under federal anti-discrimination laws. Among other things, the bill would force public schools to expand female athletic teams to include biological males who identify as transgender girls. There go your scholarships, young ladies. All right, let's move on. Trump says he has the legal right to send undocumented immigrants to sanctuary cities. Now, it's funny. I didn't pull up the article. I was actually reading it before I came in. I forgot to drag it over here. But Obama did this in 2014, right? He was dropping. Actually, there were certain cities suing Obama to stop dropping immigrants all over the country. He was just dropping immigrants wherever, whether you liked it or not, right? And it turned out Obama just did it. Sure, a couple of Republican people threatened to sue him and everything, but he kept doing it. Maybe Trump could do it too. I mean, equality, right? Let's just assume that he's a president like Obama was president. And if Obama did it, why can't he do it? I don't know. Makes too much sense, right? Common sense, a little bit. You know what? I'm going to take a quick break, organize my headlines here. You're listening to Breaking News with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Conscious effort to make sure you small minds get the larger message. The paper, the house you dressin'. If you ain't got bars to back it up, it's not impressive. Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? If you did it, then I done it. Anybody get it? Don't nobody want it. Ain't no second coming. Ask them who run it? 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 Yeah. Who? I'm stronger than I've ever been. Never win. You are in the presence of your president. Out here lifting heavy. 2 pounds of shake left from 30 pounds of great. Yep. 2 stacks caught my jack and I ain't even wake yet. Woke up, double back. Asked them if they needed what they needed. I was asleep when they called. Then I could come with that. Told me to, I'm dug in that. Matter of fact, come to me. I barely bagged the order. He rolled up like a Russian cream. Who run it? Who run it? Who run it? If you did it, then I done it. Anybody get it? Don't nobody want it. Ain't no second coming. Ask them who run it. Mind over matter. Remote controlling the data. I'm getting older and older. I'm looking better and better. You is shoulder to shoulder and can't get it together. They think I'm talking to myself, but I was talking to Kevin. I'm picking up where you left us. Ain't tougher than leather. 40 years plus. Young and still can't get on my level.
All right. I have a live show behind me today, so I can't go right up until the hour. So let me get to my headlines. Let's start with Cher. You know Cher, right? If I could turn back time. Right, Cher. And I don't know. I used to see Sonny and Cher when I was a kid. But anyway, Cher in 2017, September 2017. This is Cher. Those who can must take a dreamer into their home and protect them. I'm ready to do this. I want to see how many Cher took in, by the way. She wrote, I'm ready to do this, and others in my business will do the same. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Sanctuary! Sanctuary! In big, bold, capital letters. Right? That was Cher in September 2017. This is Cher now. I understand helping struggling immigrants but my city, Los Angeles, isn't taking care of its own. What about the 50,000 U.S. citizens who live on the streets, people who live below poverty line and hungry? If my state can't take care of its own, many are vets. How can it take care of more? What? Did Cher just walk towards the light? Is Cher leaving the dark side? Or did she just wake up from a coma? Yeah, because sometimes I feel like Democrats are living in a coma somehow, right? It's like they have a respirator, but they can't think. So, let me read this again. This is Cher in 2017. Those who can must take a dreamer into their home and protect them. I'm ready to do this, and others in my business will do the same. Sanctuary! Right? I yelled that because, in caps. And Cher now, one more time. I understand helping struggling immigrants, but my city, Los Angeles, isn't taking care of its own. What about the 50,000 U.S. citizens who live on the streets, people who live below poverty line and hungry? If my state can't take care of its own, many are vets. How can it take care of more? Now, not sure. There was no report of Cher falling and bumping her head and actually growing some common sense. But that's Cher today. What's going on? Maybe Trump saying that, and people say he was threatening to drop off immigrants. No. It's a policy that's under consideration. They're checking how, if we have the funding and how legal it will be, because we know everything Trump does gets shut down by an activist court, an activist judge, right? I was just saying that before the show, right? Everything Trump does, any executive order he writes, it's challenged in court. And a lot of times these activist judges stand in the way of justice. Now, Obama campaigned for 2 years saying he couldn't do anything for the Dreamers, that he wasn't a king, that a president can't make policy, that the policies have to come from the Congress. And then he went and he did DACA. And up till today, judges in courtrooms are considering or acting as if DACA is actually a law passed by Congress. That's the problem we have today, that you have the courts blocking justice and the Democrats not wanting to do anything. Perfectly happy leaving our borders wide open. But Cher gets it. Cher gets it. For the person who was calling in, write something on Facebook if you want, and I'll comment on it. I can't take phone calls during my show. Sorry about that. All right, let's get to the article now. Trump says he finally agrees with Cher on something. President Trump says he's finally seeing eye to eye with his longtime critic, Cher, when it comes to immigration. The commander-in-chief tweeted a screenshot of a tweet from the Believe singer, "Do you believe in love?" on Monday, in which Cher questioned California's sanctuary policies. "I finally agree with Cher," he wrote. The original tweet, a day earlier from the 72-year-old Academy Award winner, appeared to respond to a controversial proposal by Trump to send detained migrants to sanctuary cities. those which do not cooperate with federal immigration authorities. Now, this is simple, right? You have all these sanctuary cities thumbing their nose at our federal laws, right? They're saying they're not going to listen to our federal immigration laws. And even worse than that, they're going to hide and protect criminals, some of them violent criminals, from being picked up by ICE. Right? And it seems Cher's tweet is a response to Trump's actually saying maybe the best bet is to drop them off where they're wanted. Obviously, where there aren't any sanctuary cities or sanctuary states, they're not wanted there, or they would be sanctuary states, right? Or cities. So let's drop them off where they're wanted. Actually doing a favor to the undocumented person and doing a favor to the sanctuary city. Both wanting each other. It's like a match made in heaven. All right, let's move on. Democrats warn Trump administration on president's tax returns. Yeah, so now there's this, right? President Trump won the elections without ever showing us his tax returns. Now, Democrats, wow, it just got bright in here. Now, Democrats feel that it's their duty to show the Democrats his tax returns. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. This is just another issue. Because really, think about it. What are the Democrats running on? Right? Taking away your planes, your cars, your oil. Taking you back to the Stone Age, where your vehicle is going to be a stone car that you're dragging around with your feet, you know, and getting rid of your hamburgers. No cows. No cows. You want a burger? Eat a veggie burger. Not because you want it, but because we demand it. That's what the Democrats are offering. The Democrats are offering nothing at all. I was listening to Mayor Pete Buttigieg yesterday, and the guy's offering nothing. He's saying we're not going to look back. You know, we're going to make it better. People need to work. Mr. Buttigieg, people are working. The unemployment rate is at 3.8. I saw a projection in the Wall Street Journal of it getting as low as 3.3. We're at full employment right now. Technically, this is full employment. If we're able to get to 3.3, then there's going to be more work visas and everything having to bring foreigners in to actually hold jobs here. But that's legal immigration. It shouldn't be forced on anybody. But so Pete Buttigieg is insane. He's another guy who's pitching socialism, but is making it sound like awesome. Ask Venezuela if it's awesome. Ask Cuba if it's awesome. Anyway, so let's move on. My time's almost up. You know what? I want to play a video. Who won it? Let's listen to this video. This is what's her name? Ilhan Omar. Let's listen.
Do you go to lab?
No,
go out a field trip.
We learned the ideology of.
I'm glad you do that.
And so it was the thing that was interesting in the class was every time the professor said Al-Qaeda, he sort of like his shoulders went up, and it was
he's
sort
in
of
command
like,
here.
Al-Qaeda, Hezbollah.
He's an expert.
And it was,
What's his name? What to put his name on the air?
We
Where
are
does he
not
live?
saying his name.
Yeah.
You probably get to see him on CNN.
Yeah, of course. I love those guys.
But but it is that you don't say America with an intensity. You don't say England with an intensity. You don't say the army with an intensity.
Qaeda.
But you say these names because you want that word to carry weight.
So, if you heard that, you had this is before she was a congresswoman. You have Ilhan Omar saying that she took a terrorism class. Never seen one, but I wonder where she took that class. A terrorism class. And she said every time the professor said Al-Qaeda, it seemed like everybody tensed up. Their shoulders went up. The professor's shoulders went up. And she's laughing at that. This is the same woman who said some people did something when referring to the Twin Towers going down, if you remember that. The Twin Towers falling after being crashed into by planes. She said some people did something. And people go, oh, she was taken out of context. She was taken out of context. I heard the whole context. She still minimized what happened on 9/11. And if you listen to this is before she became a congresswoman. She's laughing at the reaction of people being afraid of Al-Qaeda. And then she goes beyond that. She compares Al-Qaeda. She says, you don't see people tense up when you say America, when you say England, when you say the army. She's comparing Al-Qaeda to America, comparing it to England, comparing it to our armed forces. You're telling me she said that she was unintentionally being rude? Unintentional? She's intentionally who she is. Ilhan Omar knows exactly who she is when she's being anti-Semitic, when she's being unpatriotic. She knows exactly who she's being. She's laughing at people being afraid of Al-Qaeda and what they did to those Twin Towers. If you want to live with your head in the sand, that's fine. But don't tell the rest of us that because we're offended by her speech, that we're racist, that we're somehow being biased. It seems that only the left can be offended by something. And when they're offended, they want to snatch your hat. They want to punch you in your face. We get offended with our words. And you guys act like we're somehow being violent. All right, people. It's been fun. You've been listening to Breaking News, absolutely breaking the news with Harry, a.k.a. The Brave, on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
So, you're a philosopher?
Yes. 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 I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore.